Always walk through life as if you have something new to learn, and you will. A warm good evening to all. I am Gauri Krishna, 3rd DC BCom. Today, we have been gathered here to be part of a national workshop. First, I heartily welcome each and every one on behalf of PG Department of Commerce. We are honored to have our chief guest and host of the workshop, Mr. Shivakumar sir, and we are extremely happy for your presence, sir. We welcome you. I would also like to welcome teachers and all the participants to this national workshop on e-filing of income tax return. Let's start our session by seeking the blessings of God Almighty. Prayer. Now, I would like to welcome Liji ma'am for the welcome speech.
Thank you, Gauri. Good evening, one and all. Thank you so much for joining us in this program. It's my great honor to welcome you all to this national workshop on e-filing of income tax returns organized by the Postgraduate Department of Commerce, St. Mary's College, Thrissur. On the behalf of the department, I would like to welcome our respected principal, Dr. Sister Maggie Jose, in her absence, whose blessing and love has always been with us. I also welcome our dearest HOD, Srimati Jimmy Jyoti, who is the backbone of our department. I welcome each of you on her behalf. I am very honored to welcome our resource person of the day, Mr. Shivakumar Sir, ACMA, Assistant Professor, Sri Nilaganda Government College, Pattambi, Kerala, who readily accepted our invitation in spite of his professional role. He is a man with exceptional experience in the field of tax practitioner and teaching. He is a gold medalist and All India topper in IIT Mandi examination. He is expert of www.caclub.com. Further, he is offered his service as a resource person in more than 1,000 national and international webinars and workshops. Definitely, he is going to be the true source of knowledge to all of us. It gives the great pride in welcome you, sir. I also take this opportunity to welcome all the faculty members and the participants from the various across of the country. Once again, I welcome each and everyone to this present here. I hope a good day of time and thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would like to welcome our honorable chief guest, Mr. Shivakumar sir, who have made us proud with all of his achievements to begin with this session. Welcome, sir.
Okay. Thank you. May I audible, madam? May I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. First of all, my sincere thanks, St. Mary's College, Thrissur. My sincere thanks, Principal, St. Mary's College, Thrissur. My sincere thanks, HOD Department, HOD Postgraduate Department of Commerce and Management Studies. My sincere thanks to faculty coordinator. Also, my warm regards, student coordinator. Okay. May I start the webinar, madam? May I start the webinar?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please look at the PPT. Senior officials of the Ministry of Finance, Government of India, will hold an interactive meeting on the 22nd of June 2021 between 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. with Infosys, the vendor and his team on issues in the recently launched e-filing portal of the income tax department. Stakeholders, including Institute Chartered Accountants of India members, auditors, consultants, and taxpayers, to be part of the interaction. Infosys team to clarify on the issues faced. We are already known from the media that a new income tax e-filing portal has been launched on June 7, 2021. But there are so many issues with the new e-filing income tax portal. Therefore, there will be an interactive session on tomorrow. Therefore, I may explain the recent available facilities of the new income tax e-filing portal. There are so many issues which have to be clarified. Therefore, our finance department has hold an interactive meeting on tomorrow. Therefore, I may explain the recently available menus and recently available options with the presently launched new income tax e-filing portal. Please wait. This is the address of the new e-filing portal. New portal from June 7, 2021. This is the website address of the new income tax portal. Before start with the new income tax portal, please understand about ITR 1, ITR 2, ITR 3, and ITR 4. Those 4 ITR are related with the personal income tax purposes. The ITR 1, ITR 2, ITR 3, and ITR 4 are the income tax returns associated with the individual. I here want to concentrate on personal income tax return filing. Therefore, please understand about ITR 1, ITR 2, ITR 3, and ITR 4. Please look at the PPT. Here I have shown what are the features of ITR 1. Salary or pension, one house property, other source of income. If you are a salaried person, or if you are a pensioner, or if you have one house property, then you can file ITR 1. Likewise, if your total income below rupees 50 lakhs, you may also file ITR 1. That means if your total income exceeds rupees 15 lakhs, then you cannot file ITR 1. If your total income below 50 lakhs, you may file ITR 1 on the basis of the other conditions which are related with the ITR 1. Please look at the PPT again. You cannot file ITR 1 if you have income from lottery, horse races, etc. Likewise, if you have income from agriculture below 5,000, you may file ITR 1. That means if you have income from agriculture sources above 5,000, you cannot file ITR 1. Likewise, you cannot file ITR 1 if TDS under section 194N has been charged. If TDS under section 194N has been charged, you cannot file ITR 1. Likewise, you cannot file ITR 1 if you are a company director and you have possessed unlisted shares. That means if you are a normal salaried person or a normal pensioner and you have total income below 50 lakhs, you may file ITR 1. Okay. Then ITR 2. Who can file ITR 2? Please look at the PPT again. If you have agriculture income more than 5,000, you may file ITR 2. If you have agriculture income less than rupees 5,000, you may file ITR 1. But if you have agriculture income more than 5,000, you have to file ITR 2. Likewise, total income more than rupees 50 lakhs, you cannot file ITR 1. Then you have to file ITR 2. But you should not have income under that business or profession. This is the main condition. Your total income is more than 50 lakhs. Agree. But if you have any income under the head business or profession, then you cannot file ITR 2. Company directors can file ITR 2 or ITR 3. If you have owned more than one house property, you can file ITR 2 or ITR 3. If TDS under section 194N has been charged, you can file ITR 2 or ITR 3 or ITR 4. Likewise, if you have income under the head capital gain, please file ITR 2 or ITR 3. That means I am a college assistant professor. I am Shivakumar ACMA, assistant professor of commerce, PG Department of Commerce and Management Studies, Sri Nilakanta Government Sanskrit College, Patambi. That means my total income will be definitely below rupees 50 lakhs in the previous year, 2021, and in the assessment year 2021-22. Now the relevant assessment year is 2021-22. Now the relevant previous year is 2020-21. That means I have to file my income tax return before September 30, 2021. I have to file as an assistant professor of Kerala College Education Department. I have to file ITR 1. If I have income under that capital gains, definitely I have to file ITR 2. If I have income under that capital gains, I have to file ITR 2. If I do not own any income under that capital gain, then as a college assistant professor, I have to file ITR 1. The capital gain, that is an important point. Okay. The relevant assessment year is 2021-22, and the relevant previous year is 2020-21. I have to file my income tax return. That means ITR 1 before September 30, 2021. But if I have self-assessment tax more than rupees 1 lakh, then I have to file ITR 1 before July 31, 2021. Please note the two different dates. I have to file ITR 1 before September 30, 2021. But if I have to pay more than rupees 1 lakh as self-assessment tax, then I have to file ITR 1 before July 31, 2021 using new income tax website. That's an important point. Okay. Ordinary salaried persons and pensioners have to file ITR 1. But please imagine you are a salaried person, still you have income under that capital gain, then you have to file ITR 2. Okay. ITR 3, if you have income under that business or profession, partners having interest, salary, bonus, and commission from partnership. Those type of assessees have to file ITR 3. Then ITR 4, if you have income under the 44 AD, 44 ADA, 44 AE relating to business or profession, then you have to file ITR 4. That is the option available with you. Likewise, if you are a person other than company directors and your total income is less than rupees 50 lakhs, then you have to file ITR 4. Then please understand about the various features of ITR 1, ITR 2, ITR 3, and ITR 4, and file the relevant ITR by using the new income tax website available with you. The Income Tax Department has already launched a new income tax website from June 7, 2021, but still some issues have to be clarified. To solve those issues, our finance department has convened a meeting on tomorrow. Okay. Then we may move to the income tax website. Please wait. Please wait. Madam, this website, can you see the website? Can you see the website?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay, visible. Okay, thank you, madam. This is a new income tax website. This is a new income tax website. Okay, this is the home page. Home, please see the new income tax website. This is a new income tax website. You have to file ITR 1 if you are a normal salaried person or pensioner. Please file your income tax return using this new income tax website. Please note the address of the new website. This is the first page available with you. This is the home page. This is the, please look at the menus, individual or HUF. There are so many instructions to you, salaried employees. There are so many instructions to you, guidance to file tax return or forms applicable to me, tax slabs, deductions on which I can get tax benefit. What are the deductions available to you? What are the tax slabs? Now there are 2 tax slabs available to you. If you are individual, you have 2 options. One is an old regime and another is a new regime. You can simply opt whichever is beneficial to you. If the older slab is beneficial to you, please opt. If the new slab is new regime, new slab is beneficial to you, please opt it. Explanations about deductions on which I can get a tax benefit, update your profile details, assisted filing, downloads. Then business or profession. There are so many instructions to you with respect to business or profession carried assesses, guidance to file tax return or forms applicable to you, tax slabs, deductions available to you. How can you update your profile, assisted filing, etc. Then senior or super senior citizen. If you are a senior citizen, there are so many instructions or guidance available to you. Likewise, if you are a super senior citizen, there are so many guidance or instructions available to you. Likewise, non-resident. In income tax, sometimes you may be a resident and ordinary resident. Sometimes you may be resident and not ordinary resident. Sometimes you may be non-resident. Sometimes you may be deemed resident. In the assessment year 2021-22, your residential status may be resident and ordinary resident, resident but not ordinary resident, non-resident, deemed to be resident. Then please note it. There are so many instructions to non-resident assessees. Likewise, Hindu undivided family. There are so many directions or instructions available. Likewise, company, a domestic company, foreign company. How can file the income tax return or domestic company or foreign company? There are so many instructions or guidance available to you. Likewise, non-company, AOP, BOI, trust, firm, LLP, local authority. There's another menu, tax, professional others, chartered accountants, external agencies, etc. Then please note it. You may use so many languages in the present income tax website, but this menu is now not active. Now there's only English, but you will available the new income tax website. That means if I in 2.0 in many languages. After the meeting of tomorrow, there will be a clarification from the part of Finance Department of India. I expect the remaining issues will be resolved by tomorrow, and afterwards you can file your income tax return using this new income tax website by using so many languages. Likewise, please note it. You can increase your font size. You can increase or decrease the font size. This is the decreasing tab. Likewise, you can increase the font size using this tab. Likewise, you can change the color. You can change the color of the new income tax portal by using this menu. Please note it. You can change the color. Okay. Then login, register. You may log in by using user ID and password. You may log in your existing user ID and password. Your Aadhaar number or PAN card number will be the user ID, and you may use the existing password to log in into the e-filing 2.0 website. Then, if you are an unregistered one, please register in the new website using this menu, register. Please look at the website again. There's a help desk, support and chatbot based on artificial intelligence. In the new Income Tax website, there's a chatbot facility which is based on artificial intelligence. Likewise, you may use the help of this assistant, Tax Jenny. If you have any doubt, please type it. Please look at the website. Okay. Type your message. If you have any doubt, please type your message. I have a doubt. Therefore, I may type my message. Please look. How can I file 10E? 10 is one of the important document. How can I file 10E? Please look. 10E form. Okay. How to file form 10E. Okay. Please look at the answer. I have posted a question. How can I file 10E form? Then this is the answer given by this website. I have used the chatbot facility. The chatbot facility is available in the new website, which is based on artificial intelligence. This is the answer. Please look at the answer. Every assessee who claims relief under Section 89 is required to file Form 10E online through e-filing portal, following all the steps of filing. Then please look at the answer. If you have any doubt, please type your doubt as message. Then you will get the answer definitely, which is based on artificial intelligence facility. Okay. Then there's so many facilities available to you. E-Verify, verify your income tax return. E-Verify facility is available in the present website, in the new website. Likewise, Link Aadhaar. Link Aadhaar. Please use this menu to link your Aadhaar with the PAN card. Link Aadhaar with the PAN card. Slow processing speed is one of the important issues which have to be resolved. Then please look, Link Aadhaar. You please give your PAN card number, Aadhaar number, name as Aadhaar, mobile number. Then please, then you can link your PAN card with the Aadhaar card. Okay. Likewise, another facility available is know about your Aadhaar PAN card link status. Please. Link Aadhaar status. To know about your Aadhaar card, PAN card link status, please enter your PAN card number and Aadhaar card number, and please click view link Aadhaar status. Then the website will give the answer. Then the website will give the status, your recent status, whether your Aadhaar card has been linked with the PAN card or not. This website will address your problem. Okay. Likewise, e-pay tax. E-pay tax. As per Income Tax Act 1961 and Income Tax Rules 1962 and the relevant Finance Act, you have to deposit your income tax as a TDS or advance tax, but still you have an option. If you cannot deposit TDS or advance tax, then you can deposit the additional amount as e-pay tax by using this menu. If you want to pay any tax at this moment, please listen. The relevant assessment year is 2021-2022. The relevant previous year is 2020-21. That means you have to pay the entire tax before March 31, 2021, either as TDS, TCS, or advance tax. The relevant assessment year is 2021-22. The relevant previous year is 2020-21. Relevant previous year is 2020-21. The relevant assessment year is 2021-22. That means you have to pay your entire tax liability through TDS, TCS, or advance tax payment. But some persons still have the liability to pay any tax. If you have the liability to pay any tax, as per Income Tax Act, Income Tax Rules of Finance Act, you have to completely deposit your tax liability before March 31, 2021. But still, some persons have the liability to pay income tax. Those persons can deposit the balance income tax by using e-pay tax menu. Please look, continue. Then you may choose the relevant challan. As an individual, the relevant challan number is challan number 280. Proceed. Then, as an individual, the tax applicable, income tax other than companies. Okay. Now, self-assessment tax. I may explain the point again. The relevant assessment year is 2021-22. The relevant previous is 2020-21. That means you have to pay your entire income tax liability before 31st of March 2021. But still, some persons have the liability to pay income tax. That means, suppose your actual tax liability is 2 lakh. You have paid TDS, TCS, and advance tax. Your total TDS deducted, TCS deducted, and advance tax deposited is 1,80,000. That means 20,000. You have to still pay 20,000. Your tax liability is 2 lakh. TDS deducted, TCS deducted, advance tax paid. Total is 1,80,000. The balance is 20,000. That 20,000 you have to pay using this menu. That tax is known as self-assessment tax. Then, mode of payment, net banking or debit card. Then, I have here selected debit card option, bank name, HDFC Bank. Okay. Then, give your permanent account number. That means PAN card number. Then, assessment year 2021-22. Then, please fill flat, door number, premises, road, street, area, locality, city, district, state, pin code, email ID, mobile number. And please fill YDGNY and click proceed. Then a new page will open. Then please give I agree in the new page. And in the next page, you have to give the total amount, and you can pay the total amount by using your debit card. Okay. This is the facility available to you. Okay. Now we can start e-filing your tax return. To e-file your tax return, you have to log in. Madam, may I visible? Madam,
Yes,
okay. Login. To file income tax return, I want to explain about ITR1 filing. As a normal salaried person, you have to file ITR1. As a normal pensioner, you have to file ITR1. To file ITR1, you have to log in. Then this is a login. Enter your user ID. Your user ID maybe PAN card number or Aadhaar card number. Okay. Please wait. Madam, whether you can see the PPT?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. മാഡം ഇപ്പൊ എന്താ കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്ന PPT ആണോ അതോ വെബ്സൈറ്റ് ആണോ എന്താ കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്?
PPT ആണ് sir. Not registered, please register.
Okay, very good. ഇപ്പൊ എന്താ മാഡം കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്? PPT ആണോ വെബ്സൈറ്റ് ആണോ?
ഇല്ല സർ, ഒന്നും കാണാനില്ല.
ഇപ്പൊ എന്താ കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്?
കാണാനുള്ളൂ സർ. ഇപ്പൊ കാണാനുണ്ട്, വെബ്സൈറ്റ് ഉണ്ട്, വെബ്സൈറ്റ് കാണാനുണ്ട്.
PPT കാണുമ്പോ okay, very good.
Welcome to
very good. Okay, then okay. Welcome to filing portal. Achuthu mele vittal. Yes, may I correct? Okay, then please look at the website again. E-file to e-file your income tax return. Please use this menu. E-file. Please look. E-file income tax return. Income tax return. File income tax return. File income tax return. File income tax return. Then this another page. Income tax return. Please select assessment year. Please look at the website. Please select assessment year 2021-22. This is a current assessment year. Then please select current assessment year. Again, please click continue. Okay. Then select mode of filing. Online or offline. Online recommended. The recommended filing method is online. File at tier 1. The recommended method is online file. Online filing. The recommended method is online filing. You may also file offline mode. You may also file by using offline mode, but the recommended method is online mode. Then please select mode of filing online. Then please click proceed. Then to file a fresh income tax return, start new filing. Then start new filing. Please click start new filing. Then please select the status applicable to you to proceed further based on your profile. We are pre-selected as status applicable to you. You may change the status if it is not applicable to you. Then my status is individual, then I have clicked individual. I'm not an HUF. My relevant status is individual. Therefore, please click individual. Then please click on continue. Continue. Then next page, you need to choose an ITR form to proceed. To file ITR 1, you have to log in. To log in, please use your PAN card number as your user ID, and please use your existing password. Okay. If you have forgot your password, then please use forgot password menu, and please create a new password and use that new password and log in into the website and file ITR 1. Okay. You need to choose an ITR form to proceed. Then select ITR form. We have already discussed that there are so many ITR available to individual assessees: ITR 1, ITR 2, ITR 3, and ITR 4 the relevant ITR in the assessment year 2021-22. But if you have total income means gross total income less reduction. Gross total income less reduction under Chapter 6A, that is known as total income. If your total income below rupees 50 lakh and your agriculture income is below 5,000, you have no income under that capital gain, then please select ITR 1. Okay. Then I have selected ITR 1. Proceed with the ITR 1. Okay. Then ITR 1. Then let us get started. Please click let us get started. Then please look at the screen. Please answer the following questions to proceed further. To proceed further, you have to answer the following questions. Are you filing the income tax return for any of the following reasons? First question is taxable income is more than basic exemption limit. Second is filing return of income due to fulfilling any one or more below mentioned condition as per 7th closure to section 139(1). Deposited amount or aggregate amounts exceeding rupees 1 crore in one or more current accounts during the previous year. Incurred expenditure of an amount or aggregate amount exceeding rupees 2 lakhs for travel to a foreign country for yourself or for any other person. Incurred expenditure of amount or aggregate amount exceeding rupees 1 lakh on consumption of electricity during the previous year. Others, please click the relevant answer. Taxable income is more than basic exemption limit. That means if your gross total income is rupees 2,50,000, you have to file an income tax return, not the total income as per Income Tax Act, Income Tax Rules and Relevant Finance Act. If your gross total income, that means income before deduction, if your gross total income exceeds rupees 2,50,000, that is the exemption limit available to you as an individual. If your gross total income exceeds 2,50,000, I may repeat the point again. If your gross total income exceeds rupees 2,50,000, if you are an ordinary person, the basic exemption limit is 2,50,000. If you are a senior citizen, the basic exemption limit is 3 lakh. If you are a super senior citizen, the basic exemption limit is 5 lakh. I'm Shivakumar. That means my status is citizen, not senior citizen and not the super senior citizen. Therefore, if my gross total income exceeds rupees 2,50,000 in the previous year 2020-21, I have to file income tax return. The relevant return will be ITR 1. That means I have to click the first column. Taxable income is more than basic exemption limit. But please look at the points again. As per section 139(1) of the Income Tax Act, If any of the conditions is applicable to you, you have to file your income tax return. That means if you are deposited amount or aggregate amounts exceeding rupees 1 crore in one or more current account during the previous year, you have to file the income tax return. At that time, you need not think about the basic exemption limit. Okay? If you have deposited amount or aggregate amounts exceeding rupees 1 crore in one or more current accounts in the previous year, 2020-21, you have to file income tax return. At that time, you do not worry about the basic exemption limit available to you. Likewise, incurred expenditure of amount or aggregate amount exceeding rupees 2 lakhs for travel to foreign country for yourself or for any other person, still you have to file the income tax return. At that time also, you need not to think about the basic exemption limit available to you. Likewise, if you have incurred expenditure amount or aggregate amount exceeding rupees 1 lakh on consumption of electricity during the previous year, you need to file income tax return as per section 139(1). Then the relevant column applicable to you, applicable to me, is first column. As an individual, my taxable income is, as assistant professor of commerce, my taxable income is more than basic exemption limit. Therefore, I have clicked the first point. Then please click continue. Okay. Then you may see the box. We have pre-filled your return based on information available with the income tax department. Please confirm the details in each section are correct to proceed. Okay. Then you may see 5 different ads. You have to fill all those ads: person information, gross total income, total deduction, taxes paid, total tax liability. At last, you have to e-verify your return. Then the process will end. Okay. First of all, personal information. First of all, personal information. ഓക്കെ മാഡം ഇപ്പൊ കാണുന്ന PPT അല്ലേ?
Yes, sir.
മാഡം ഇത് റെക്കോർഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് എവിടെയെങ്കിലും കാണിക്കുകയാണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ എന്റെ പേഴ്സണൽ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ ഉള്ള കോളംസ് ഒന്ന് ഡിലീറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം കേട്ടോ. ഹലോ.
Okay, sir.
അതിലെന്റെ ഈ പാൻ കാർഡ് നമ്പർ എല്ലാം കാണിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ. Then please look at the PPT. You have to check your personal information. You have to check your personal information. You may see so many columns filed in response to notice under section 139(9), 142(1), 148, 153A, 153C. There are so many columns. You may please check and edit the relevant columns. You may please check your personal information and please edit the relevant column. Then there's a column. Are you opting for new tax regime under section 115 BAC? This is an important question. Are you opting for new tax regime under section 115 BAC? Yes or no? You have to click either yes or no. Are you opting for new tax regime under section 115 BAC? You have to select either yes or no. Are you opting for new tax regime under section 115 BAC? You have to click either yes or no. If you have selected the new regime, that is under section 115 BAC, then please click yes. Are you opting for new tax regime under section 115 BAC? If you have selected the new tax regime under section 115 BAC, then please click yes. If you have not opted new tax regime under section 115 BAC, then please click no. Then you have to check your bank account details to get refund. To get refund, you have to check your bank account details. You have to validate your bank account details. If your bank account is not validated, you will not get a refund. Therefore, please validate your bank account details. Okay. Likewise, you have to select nature of employment. In the person information table, there's a question, nature of employment. Then you have to select your nature of employment. Central government, state government, public sector undertaking, pensioners, others, not applicable. You have to select either central government or state government or public sector undertaking or pensioners, others, not applicable. To select the relevant column as per your relevant status. Okay. Then, please look at the new tax lab. As an assistant professor of commerce, in the assessment year 2021-22, I have two options. First option, to select new regime under section 115 BAC. Second option, to select old regime. I have to select either old regime or new regime by clicking this column. Are you opting for new regime under section 115 BAC? Yes or no? I have selected no. If I have selected section 115 BAC, my relevant tax rate will be up to 2,50,000 nil. From 2,50,000 to 5 lakh, 5%. From 5 lakh 1 to 7 lakh 50,000, 10%. From 7 lakh 50,000 1 to 10 lakh, 15%. 10 lakh 1 to 12 lakh 50,000, 20%. 12 lakh 50,000 1 to 15 lakh, 25%. Above 50 lakh, 30%. That is the case. As per old regime, the relevant tax rates are up to 2,50,000 nil. From 2,50,000 to 5 lakh, 5%. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%. About 10 lakh, 30%. Okay. But please remember, if you have opted section 115 BAC, you cannot claim deductions and exemptions available to you as per Income Tax Act and Income Tax Rules and the relevant Finance Act. You cannot claim standard deduction under that salary. You cannot claim entertainment allowance deduction under that salary. You cannot claim professional tax deduction under that salary. You cannot claim section 24, which is related with the interest on loan taken for the construction and purchase of house property. Likewise, you cannot claim deduction under the income from other sources. You cannot select deduction under chapter 6A. You cannot claim section 80C. You cannot claim section 80D. You cannot claim section 80DD. You cannot claim section 80G. You cannot claim section 80U, etc. That is an important point. Okay. Then, after completing the person information, you have to know, are you opting for new regime? Then you have to select nature of employment. Then please click confirm. Confirm. Then first step is over. You have to fill the 5 heads. First is person information, confirmed. You must see confirm. Then second is gross total income. Second is gross total income. Third is total
Sir,
deduction.
Are you presenting the screen?
Yes, I am presenting
Not
the
visible,
website.
sir.
Okay. Please wait. Okay, madam. Now visible the website.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then please look at the website again. After completing the person information table, you have to fill the details in the gross total income table. After completing gross total income table, you have to proceed with the total deduction. Then you have to fill tax paid details. Then you have to check your total taxability. Okay. Then gross total income. Please click gross total income. Okay. Then gross total income means income from salary, income from house property, and income from other sources. As far as ITR 1 is concerned, as per Income Tax Act, gross total income means income from salary, income from house property, income from business and profession, income from capital gain, and income from other sources. But now we are trying to file ITR 1. Therefore, here gross total income means income from salary, income from house property, and income from other sources. Then please look at the website, income from salary. You must see the your correct details in the website, but now there are so many issues which have to be resolved. Please expect all those problems will be resolved by the end of this month. Still, you have a lot of time to file your income tax return. The last date is September 30, 2021. Please wait. Please wait one more week. Please wait one more week. All problems will be resolved. Then you need not edit your details. The income tax website will clearly show your actual details. All those details will be pre-filled. Now, you cannot see any data as pre-filled, but after all those problems have been resolved, you can see your gross salary in the column and your deductions under section 60, all those details in the relevant columns, in the relevant rows. But there are so many issues. Therefore, please edit and give your details. Edit. Then salary. Please give the correct salary. For education purpose, a year simply gives 5 lakh. 5 lakh is not my gross salary, but for this webinar purposes only, a year simply gives 5 lakh as my salary. Then a net salary 5 lakh. Then you must see the standard deduction under section 16, 50,000. Okay. Then income chargeable under that salary 4,50,000. Okay. Please click save. Then income from house property. If you have any income or loss under the head income from house property, please give the details under the head income from house property. Again, you may add details under that income from other sources. If you have any income under that income from other sources, please give those details under that income from other sources. After giving all those information, please click on confirm. Okay. Then you have to complete total deductions. You have to complete total deductions. Okay. Then please click total deductions. total deductions. Okay. Then please, are you eligible to claim any deduction for donation paid? Please give yes or no. If yes, please click yes. If no, please click no. Yes. Okay. Okay. Are you eligible to claim in reduction for donation paid for scientific research? Are you eligible to claim reduction under Section 80 GG? Are you eligible to claim reduction in respect of payment towards life insurance premium and your public provident fund? Please give either yes or no. Are you eligible to claim reduction under Section 80 CCD 2, which is related with the new pension scheme? Contribution to pension scheme of central government by employer. Are you eligible to claim reduction in respect of payment made towards a medical insurance premium? Are you eligible to claim reduction in respect of payment made towards interest on loan taken for higher education for self and relative? Are you eligible to claim any other deduction? Please give your details. Please add the amount of reduction which is applicable to you. Amount of reduction, please give. Reduction type and give amount of reduction. Please give the amount of reductions. Please give the correct amount. Please give the correct amount. There are so many reductions available to you. Please give the correct amount. Then please click continue. I need not, okay, I need not want to claim any deduction. Then 80D. If you have any deduction under Section 80D, then please give details. Deduction respect of health insurance premium. If you are entitled to any other claim, please select to claim any such eligible reduction: 80 CCD 2, 80D, 80G, 80GGA, 80TA. Then I do not want to claim in deduction, therefore my total deduction is 0. Then please confirm. Now, gross total income is confirmed 4,50,000. Total deduction is confirmed 0. Then taxes paid. Taxes paid. That means TDS, details of tax deducted at source on salary income. That means total TDS deducted by your employer. That is tax deducted source on salary income. Total tax deducted 0. Show details. Okay. Add another. Okay. Here you have to give the details of TDS. Please wait. All those items will be fulfilled by the end of this month. Afterwards, you need not give the details of TDS and TCS deducted from your salary. Automatically, the website will show to you the details of TDS and TCS. But please wait. Your last date is September 30. Please wait at the end of June. Afterwards, you may freely file your income tax return. Then, now please give the details. PAN of the deductor, name of the deductor, income charged on us, salaries, total tax deducted. Add. Please give all those details and add. Then there's a question. How can I understand the TAN of my deductor? Likewise, the details of TDS deducted and deposited by employer. To understand all those details, please click View Your Form 26AS. To understand the details of your TDS, TCS, and all other details related with you, please view 26 AS. On 26 AS, please click on 26 AS. Then you may lead into another website known as Trices. From Trices, you can either view or download the 26 AS statement. From 26 AS statement, you can understand the TDS deducted and deposited, the TCS deducted deposited, and all other details related with your income. Okay. Now 26S is a very informative statement. It includes various details like TDS, TCS, and details of your bank current account, and details of cash deposited more than rupees 10 lakh in your savings bank accounts, etc. Now it is a very informative statement. Then please view 26 AS and take a print. Take a print of 26 AS. Take a view 26 AS. Please click 26 AS and view 26 AS. Take a print of 26 AS and please fill details of your TDS on salary income, and please fill TDS from income other salary. Please fill tax related source as per Form 16C furnished by the payers. Please fill TCS, details of tax collected source. Please fill advance tax and self-assessment tax payments. If you have paid any self-assessment tax before filing income tax return, then please fill the details of self-assessment tax payments in the column. I may click the show details point again. Then please look, add another. Here you have to given the tan of the reductor. That means tan of the principal. If you are an assistant professor of commerce, please give tan of the principal, name of the reductor. Please fill name of the reductor by using your 26 AS. Then please give income charge amount of salary. Please give total tax deducted, then add. Okay. Please give all those details and click confirm. Here, total taxes paid is 0. I did not fill any loss. I did not fill any loss. Therefore, my total tax paid is 0. Please remember, my total income is only 4,50,000. That means I need not pay any income tax. As per Income Tax Act, if your total income is 5 lakh or less, your tax liability will be nil. But if your total income is more than 5 lakh 5 or above, then your tax, you have to pay tax liability. If your total income is 5 lakh 5 or more, then you have to pay your income tax, which will be up to rupees 2,50,000 nil. From 2,50,000 to 5 lakh, 5%. From 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%. And above 10 lakh, 30%. If you have opt new regime, which is under section 115 BAC, then you have to calculate your income tax liability as per the new tax rate available. Okay. Here, my total income is only 4,50,000. That means I need not pay any tax. That means in the assessment year 2021-22, I can claim a rebate of more than 12 lakh, I can claim a rebate to 12,500 maximum. I can claim a maximum rebate to 12,500 in the assessment year 2021 as per section 87A. Therefore, I need not pay any income tax. But if my total income exceeds 5,05,000, then I have to pay income tax at the rate of from 2,50,000 to 5 lakh, 5%, and above 5 lakh, 20%. Plus, there is a cess at the rate of 4%. Health and education cess at the rate of 4%. Okay. Now, my total income is 4,50,000. Therefore, my taxability will be 0. Here, total tax paid is 0. Then confirm. You can see my taxability. Okay. Here, tax paid, confirmed, 0. Then last column, total taxability. Then please click. Then you can see my total taxability. You can see my total taxability. You can see my gross total income 4,50,000, total income 4,50,000, total deduction 0. Therefore, gross total income and total income are 4,50,000, and tax payable on total income 10,000. But I can claim rebate under section 87A. That means tax payable after rebate is 0. My tax liability is 0. You can see my tax liability is 0. Tax payable after rebate 0. Health and education cess 0. I need not pay any income tax. Why? I can claim rebate under section 87A. Okay. Rebate under section 89. A balance tax after relief. Interest under section 234A. Interest under section 234B 0. Interest under section 234C 0. Fees under section 234F 0. Total interest and fee payable. Total tax, fee and interest. Then please click confirm. Okay. Then all steps are over. Then please click proceed. You can see you need to make a payment of rupees 0. You need to make a payment of rupees 0. That means you need not pay any tax. You need to make a payment of rupees 0. That means you need to make a payment of rupees 0. Then you can see your return. Once again, you have the option to see your return once again. That is known as preview return. To proceed to preview, please wait. Madam, PPT, madam.
Yes, sir.
Okay. To proceed to preview, you have to fill your PAN card number. Then you can see your return. Once again, please check your return. Please check your return and edit if any one needed. Please look at your return again. That is known as preview return. And please click proceed to verification. you can see proceed to verification. Then please click proceed to verification. Then you have three options. After filing your income tax return, you have to verify your return. You have three options. First is e-verify now. Second is e-verify later. Third is verify via ITR 5. First is e-verify now. Second is e-verify later. Third is verify via ITR 5. Three options. First is a Aadhaar OTP, and second is e-verify letter. That means you can submit the return now and e-verify within 120 days submission. Please click either first or second or third. Third is verify via ITR 5. That means first is if you have clicked e-verify now, then you will get a OTP. Then OTP in your Aadhaar linked mobile phone. Then please give the OTP. The entire process will be over. Second is e-verification letter. Third is take a print of ITR 5. That means take a print of acknowledgement and put your signature and send the acknowledgement through ordinary post or speed post to the Bangalore income tax office. That is a third alternative available to you. Okay, this address. If you have selected the third option, you have to take a print of acknowledgement and you have to send the signed acknowledgement to the income tax department by ordinary post or speed post within 120 days of submission of return. The address is Centralized Processing Center, Income Tax Department, Bangalore 560500. On receipt of ITR 5, your return will be sent for processing. This is the entire process with respect to ITR 1 filing. Now, if you have any doubt, please ask me. I may try to clarify your doubt, which will be based on my best knowledge and my best experience. If any doubt, please ask me.
Sir,
Hello?
can I read out the question?
Yes, yes.
Explain advantages of old and new regime. Which one is beneficial for service taxpayers?
Service taxpayers.
Yes, sir.
Income tax payers. Okay, very good. Very good. Now there are two options available to you. First is old regime and second is new regime. There are two options available to you. Okay. You may select either old regime or new regime. In my opinion, if your total income, if your gross total income is above 15 lakh, above 15 lakhs, the new regime will be beneficial to you. But if your gross total income is less than 15 lakh, then the old regime will be beneficial to you. If you are selected new regime, you cannot claim any deductions, exceptions. You cannot claim deduction under Section 80C. You cannot claim deduction under Section 80D. You cannot claim deduction under Section 80G. You cannot claim Section 24, interest on loan taken for the purchase or construction of property. You cannot claim standard deduction with respect to salary. There are so many deductions and concessions available to you. Therefore, my humble opinion is that you have to compare. You have to compare your taxability with old regime and new regime. Which one is beneficial to you? Please select it. My humble opinion is that please compare your taxability with old regime and new regime. From my experience, I have found that above 15 lakh, the new tax regime will be beneficial, more beneficial. Besides, if your total income is below rupees 15 lakh, the old regime will be beneficial. Likewise, if you are a super senior citizen and senior citizens, you cannot collect so many documents related with Chapter 6. That type of assessees, the new regime will be more beneficial. Okay. Madam?
Sir, may I read the next question?
Okay.
The next question by Bipul Kumar Das. If we
Okay.
all start using e-filing, what will happen to the chartered accountants?
Madam, please repeat the question again.
If we all start using e-filing, what will happen to the chartered accountants?
Okay. If you have started the e-filing by yourself, the chartered accountant, now this is the age of commerce and business. There are so many options available to the chartered accountants. I may simply state an example. Now, new labor code. The government of India have started to implement labor code, 4 labor codes. This is the age of commerce and management. From 2022 April 1, Government of India will implement new labor code. If Government of India have decided to implement labor code, all laws relating with the income tax. So there's so many laws related with the income tax, human resource management, like Factories Act, Gratuities Act, Minimum Wages Act. There's so many acts. There's so many centuries, all that, and all those acts will disappear if Government of India have decided to implement labor codes, new labor codes from April 1, 2022. Our decade-old, centuries-old labor laws will disappear, and the new labor code will be the need of the hour. This is the age of commerce and management, and chartered accounts will get a lot of opportunity. Likewise, this is the age of IFRS. This is the age of labor codes. This is the age of GST. This is the age of business analytics. This is the age of chartered accountants. Chartered accountants will get a lot of opportunity. You need not worry about chartered accountants. They will get a lot of opportunities. This is the age of commerce. This is the age of management. This is the age of innovations in commerce. This is the age of new compliances in management. This is the age of new compliances in commerce and management. In Ministry of Corporate Affairs, there are so many opportunities. In GST department, there are so many opportunities under GST department, under Ministry of Corporate Affairs, under Labor department, under tax department. There are so many new opportunities available to you. All the opportunities will disappear, but new opportunities, there are so many new opportunities will available to the chartered accountants. Okay.
Sir, the next question.
Good evening, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt that
Okay. Madam.
I'm submitting all my proof to my office place employer after filling all this form 16. And again, I mean, deduction proof, everything. Okay, they are filing on behalf of me. And after that, I have to e-file. I mean, I have to do final thing. So, if suppose I want to claim any other deductions in some other sections.
Madam, please, no problem. Please give the deductions available to you as per your records. You need not worry about the deductions you have already claimed in the income tax statement. You have already given at the end of March or February.
That I can't do. That I know, but I'm asking is any other extra deductions means if I have done this e-filing already for so many 2-3 years. But my question is, I'm going to chartered account in a case where if I want to claim some other deductions which I have not shown in my employer, I don't know where to attach that proof, because in every IT we have to say give.
Madam, you need not attach any proofs. You need not attach any proofs. Madam, please wait.
Okay.
You need not attach any proof, or you need not send or submit any proof to the income tax department. You simply carry the proof or attachment with you. If any queries are received from income tax department, please send those documents available with you.
That queries will be sent to my mail ID or my official mail, to my official.
You will get the queries from income tax department to the email registered with the income tax department.
So
the
they will
email
not
register-
ask any. Okay. So they will not be asking any proof for me until and unless they need it. Like,
No problem, no problem, no problem. That means all those your claims have been accepted by the income tax department. If any doubt, they will send the queries. Then you have to send the relevant document. Okay.
Okay, sir. Suppose if I want to send it, means what is the options I am available?
Madam,
Is there-
madam, you need not send the document.
Need
You
not itself.
please, you please carry the document with you under your safe custody. Under your safe custody. If
Okay,
any queries are received from income tax department, then please send. Otherwise, you need not worry about it.
No need. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you for the clarification. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Madam, any other questions?
Yes, sir. Next question. An assistant professor
Ah.
getting salary,
Ah.
paper correction with 10% deduction, part-time teachings with 10% deduction at source. Should he file ITR 1 or any other option?
Okay. If you want to get refund, then please file ITR 1. I understand that the assistant professor is not taxable. The assistant professor has no income other than rupees 2,50,000. Still, the employer of the assistant professor has deducted TDS at the rate of 10%. Now, the assistant professor want to refund the amount which has already deducted as TDS by his or her employer. Now, to get those TDS, he or she has to file ITR 1 to get the refund.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Can I read the next question?
Okay.
The next question is, please explain about the procedure to claim relief U/S96.
Okay, please read the question again.
Please explain about the procedure to claim relief U/S89.
89. Okay. To get relief under section 89, you have to file the form number 10E by using the income tax portal. But now the form number 10 is not active in the new portal.
Okay, sir. The next question. Bank SB current account interest is 10,000. How much returns should be paid?
And please read the question again. How much return?
Yes, should be paid.
The answer is if your total income exceeds 2,50,000 in the previous year from all sources. If your total income from all sources in the previous year exceeds 2,50,000, you have to file income tax return. Otherwise, you need not file income tax return. Total income, not only one income. If your total income from all sources, income from salary, income from house property, income from business or profession, income from capital gain, income from the source. If your gross total income, I may repeat the word again. If your gross total income exceeds 2,50,000, please file income tax return. Otherwise, you need not file income tax return. If your income from current account is rupees 10,000 in the previous year, 2020, 2021, you need not file income tax return.
Okay, sir. The last question. A salaried employee with extra income comes under ITR 1 or ITR 4?
Salaried
Employee with extra income
Ah.
comes under ITR 1 or ITR 4?
Please look at the PPT again. ITR 1, salary, pension, 1, house property, other source of income. Likewise, if you have income for agriculture below 5,000, file ITR 1. And ITR 4, if you have income under the head 44 AD, 44 ADA, 44 all those are related with the business or profession. That means if you are a salaried person with other income under the head other source of income, you have to file ITR 1. Income from salary plus income from other source of income, you have to file ITR 1.
Okay, that's it, sir.
Okay.
And one person have given his feedback. I will
Okay.
just read it, sir. Thank you for organizing such an informative and useful workshop. Before this workshop, I wasn't aware about this facility. This is my honest confession. Thank you, sir.
Madam, may I end the webinar?
No, sir. Now I call upon Archana for vote of thanks.
Thank you, Gauri. Good evening to one and all present here. The duty entrusted upon me is to deliver the vote of thanks. So, on behalf of the Department of Commerce, I would like to present the vote of thanks. First of all, my sincere thanks to Almighty God for making today's event a grand success. Next, I would like to give a really heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Shivakumar sir, for spending his valuable time with us and sharing your knowledge with us. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank Dr. Sister Maggie Jose for giving us this wonderful opportunity. Next, I would like to thank our department and for all their sincere efforts taken. Last but not the least, I would like to thank the audience for their patient listening. Once again, thank you all and have a nice day.
Thank you, Archana.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for this informative workshop.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.